Welcome to Sunday Tea Time with Danica. Starting a little bit late today, I'm really glad that I didn't commit to a time because today was sort of the day that things were just not flowing for me. Yeah, just a weird day. And that's one of the things I always want to encourage for other people is this idea that sometimes your day doesn't go as planned, and that's okay. And to just allow it and see what happens. So today's tea, it's called Lavender Sage Gayasa, and it's from In Tea, which is a tea place I fell in love with several years ago. They used to be in a different location. Now they're in downtown Littleton, Colorado. They have this huge wall of tea, amazing teas. And so this one is my favorite. I shouldn't say that. It's not my favorite. Every tea is my favorite, really. But what I will say about this is that it's a nice decaf blend. And pretty much the way to get me to buy any tea or anything is put the word lavender in it. And I've been that way for a long time. And so today's teacup is actually this fun little mug that I have. I really love it because this is for when I don't want to make a whole pot of tea. So the lid comes off. And inside, I'm going to very carefully show this because I'm at my desk today. There's the strainer basket that has all the tea in. So I can have my loose tea right in the same mug. I don't have to do anything special. It's just boom, and here's my tea. And oh my goodness. So I said, like, I'm the lavender fiend, but this, as soon as you take it off, what you can really smell is the sage, and it's so lovely and so delicious. Yeah, so good. So good. So I love this tea. It's really yummy. And the other thing I did a little bit differently today is I like to have a little treat with my tea. I haven't done that so far yet, but here's my treat that I baked. So this is, I wanted a scone, obviously tea and scones, right? So because of this weird diet that I'm on because of health reasons, I have a very limited range of foods I can eat. And so essentially I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, which of course means I cannot have a real scone. And there's also a lot of other ingredients I can't have, but those are the three big ones. So this little guy, I invented this, a while back, I should say, is I saw that people were doing these gluten-free cauliflower flatbreads. And I can't eat a lot of those ingredients, but I can eat cauliflower. I can have eggs. I can have the, I use almond flour as my gluten-free flour. And so I thought, okay, how can I adjust this? So I looked it up. I asked ChatGPT. I found a way to give me the gluten-free cauliflower flatbread, which is basically riced cauliflower, almond flour, egg, and yeah, that's like the simple base recipe. And then sometimes I add things to it. So I've been adding ground flaxseed to it, which has been really nice. I like to add a variety of spices and things. My favorite so far is onion and garlic, and it makes a really yummy thing. Because it's weird, I miss bread, but not because I want bread itself, but like sandwiches and things like that. It's more of a texture thing for me. And so this gives me a really nice thing. But anyway, I was thinking I would like to have a scone or something like that, something kind of sweet, but I can't have sugar. So what do I do? And I decided to take that same kind of base recipe, and instead, what I do is it's oats, almond flour, egg, cinnamon, and this time I use blueberries. So these are actually, you see fresh blueberries, which are really good. It's not as sweet as I was hoping it would be, or as I was thinking it was going to be. Because last week, the ones I did, it was with raspberries, and that was really sweet and really tasty and yummy. So raspberries are sweeter than blueberries, apparently, or at least in a baked good. or at least in the ones I made. But I really liked it. And it's something I'm just going to keep playing around with and experimenting with because, like I can't have a lot of things. So how can I enjoy what I have and how can I make the most of what I have? And that's what I did with my little, I don't even know what to call them because like there's nothing sconish about it really, other than it's a really yummy blueberry thing that I'm having with my tea. But I just like mix it all up and then I plop it onto a baking sheet and I bake it and boom, there it is. So I do nothing really that makes it a proper anything, but it's delicious. So, and so for someone who can't have sugar, can't have grains, I know some people can't do the oats. I did the gluten-free oats. So anyway, there's a little suggestion if you're looking for a tasty treat. And so this week when I was thinking about all the different things I've been doing and all the things I want to talk about, one of the ideas that just kept coming to me is this idea of enjoying where you're at right now. When I moved out of my ex's house, I had essentially a weekend to just get out. And so my friends and I, we packed up my bedroom, we packed up my office, we packed up a couple of other things around the house, but it was really kind of this frantic shove as much as you can to a box and move. And so we really didn't get a chance to get everything that belonged to me. And then later, about a year later, my ex said I could come back and get the rest of my stuff, which was kind of a joke because there were a lot of things he said, no, you can't have that. And so there's still there were a lot of places that I couldn't get to in the house that he didn't want me accessing. So I still don't have everything. And I've come to accept that, now we're over 2 years later, I'm not going to get it. And, that might change and yay when it does. But anyway, when I did that second get stuff out of my ex's, I just rented a storage unit because I knew I wasn't going to have time to figure out where it would go in my house, how to do everything. And so I put it all in a storage unit. And initially when I got the storage unit, it was $25 a month. And I thought, well, that's reasonable. Earlier this year, I switched credit cards and when they went to renew it, of course, or I didn't switch credit cards. My credit card expired. I had to go into the office to give them the new credit card number because for whatever reason, they couldn't do it over the phone and there's no online portal to do it. So it was a hassle. And when I went in, I kind of made the comment, like this is getting more expensive. I don't know how much longer I can afford this. She says, oh, you're a good customer. I'll see what I can do to give you a discount. So the lady was able to find me a $5 a month reduction in my fees because by this time the fees had been climbing. And I noticed on my last invoice, I'm now paying $75 a month on a storage unit that was initially $25 a month. And so storage is such a big racket. And I have the worst unit in the entire facility. It's really hard to get to. It's really small. It's not even full. And I'm tired of that. I shouldn't pay $75 a month for that. And so I made the decision that I was going to start clearing out my storage unit so that I could eventually get rid of it. And now I do have a plan for that. I just went this week. I got a bunch of boxes. I stuffed my car boxes, brought it all to my house. I'm unpacking those boxes and sorting through them. And then once that's done, I'll just go get the next load. And I'll keep doing that. And I have a little storage closet off my balcony. And there's enough room for it. If I really tried hard right now and I had somebody with a truck, we could probably just do it all in one load. But this way is fine too. The reason I'm going into all of this is that some of the stuff that I haven't unpacked and I haven't been willing to deal with is because when I got this place, I didn't know how long I was going to be here. And then I've had a couple of opportunities to move out and move into places with roommates, and they've all fallen through. And I finally accepted this is just where I'm supposed to land for now. And I have no plans to move, no opportunities to move. And that's okay. I'm kind of like, I've been living my life on hold for over 2 years now in the same place. And it reminds me of when I was married. We had one of the nails in the coffin of our marriage was we bought this house that was a fixer-upper, and as of now, which is 10 years after we purchased that house, it's still not done. The renovations still aren't finished. And I hated living like that. I hated living with half of my life in boxes and not knowing where things were and having to constantly move things and rearrange things and not feeling settled. And I'm not doing that in this house. So one of the things I've held off on doing is I have a bunch of art. And when I say I have a bunch of art, I mean stuff I made or stuff my kids made. So yesterday I unpacked this box of art. I hung up a few pieces, and I've run out of things to hang up because I use those little strip things that are supposed to be safe for a rental. Because again, I didn't want to like ruin walls or do things that were going to get me in trouble. And so now I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here, probably a much longer time than I think. So I might as well get settled. I might as well enjoy it. And so yesterday I hung up one of the paintings in my bedroom, and I don't know, it feels more like home. It feels really nice. And so I'm going to keep doing that. And I thought I would share some of the art with you. We'll see how we can do this because I don't have a lot of room here by my desk. But first of all, there's this thing. And I don't remember making this. I think one of my kids did. And I'm not sure which one. We did not put names or information on it. And that's a little tip that I have for you. If you have kids or people whose art you're saving, even your own art, write on it somewhere, even just on the back, like who did it and when. Because I do think this is an interesting piece. I don't know who did it. I'll still hang it up, but I'm not sure anything about it. And then there is this one, which I remember making. I know I made it. I did not put a date on it. I remember being fascinated with these metallic paints. And I think it's not quite finished. I'm not sure what I want to do with it, but another piece that I'll do something with. This one I know is unfinished. This is when I was doing a lot of mixed media art. Oops, it's upside down. And again, like I really enjoyed working on this piece. I stopped working on it when we moved, and I just never picked it back up. And so this is another one that I'm going to sit with the unfinished stuff and think, okay, what else can I do with this? Because it was fun. I remember enjoying working on it, but I don't know. So this one, again, I made. This was a sip and paint thing, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed doing these. This one I put my initials and I put 11. So I made this in 2011. This did hang up in our home for a long time. So now I'll find a place here to hang it up. This is another one I did. I love flowers. I love painting flowers and trees. And again, I don't really know when I did it because I didn't put a date on it, but I enjoyed making it and I enjoyed playing with the different kinds of flowers. And so that will also get hung up somewhere. This was another sip and paint thing, and I don't remember when I did it. I can tell you where I did it. I can tell you the friends that I was with when I did it. And I was fascinated with having a moose at the time where we were at. Some friends had seen a moose on their property, but I never got to see one on mine. And I was hoping by making this, I would manifest a moose on my property. It never happened, but that's okay. I still have a really nice picture of a moose that I made. And then this one, I think this was actually my first paint and sip painting that I did. You can see it's a really nice hot air balloon. And I don't actually remember when I did this either. I imagine it was probably around that 2011 date because I remember going to one and then really enjoying it and going to the second one. And so I have all this really cool art and no place to hang it. Or no, I mean, like, I shouldn't say that. I have places to hang it. But I really just hadn't hung it because I just kept thinking, I'm going to move, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And now I'm like, wait, why am I waiting? And so I don't have a ton of wall space here, but I've got a blank wall above my couch, which is where I was trying to do this live from, except that the lighting was terrible and you couldn't see anything. So I moved into my office. And So that wall above my couch is blank. So I'll probably hang these up in some kind of arrangement above my couch. And that will be really nice. And I'm excited for that. And I was thinking about that, how we all have stuff like that. We're waiting for that perfect moment or that perfect day. I'm waiting for that perfect place to live. And what if that perfect place is now? What if that perfect thing is right now? And so I am looking for all the places. Where can I hang this up? Where can I display this? All the things as I'm sorting through my storage unit. One of the boxes, a lot of the boxes are all my arts and crafts stuff. And that's really a pain point for me because I used to have a really nice crafting space, which I don't have anymore. I don't know if I'm ever going to have again. And I still want and like to do crafts. So I've been making this little arranging and doing stuff inside my closet to at least store it and have it neat and organized so I can find things. And as I was sorting through some of those boxes, some of the craft supplies I had, I was like, I don't know when I'm ever going to do this craft. And this thing takes up way too much room. It's something that's easy to replace. So I went ahead and got rid of it. And that's been part of the decision-making process that I've been making and trying to figure out what needs to stay, what's expansive, what is good and healthy for me, and what's time to say goodbye to. And what can I just enjoy while I have it? Just like these teas, this in tea used to be one of my favorite places to go. And it's been years since I've gone and just hung out there. I did go a few weeks ago to buy a birthday present for a friend, but I have all these lovely teas that I just store up and don't drink. And that's why I love getting to sit here with all of you and sharing about the tea and sharing about all of these lovely little things that I have that I'm starting to embrace and enjoy and love. And so think about that. Think about what are those things like in the back of your closet that you're like, oh, I should do something with this and I haven't. Do it. Maybe it is like me in this stack of paintings that you're like, gosh, I've had these for a long time and I haven't hung them up. I should hang them up. I didn't bring it to show, but I have some of my kids' artwork. I have very few pieces of it because my ex did not allow me to take anything that the kids had made. But there were a couple of things like that were kind of shoved into a box or whatever that neither of us were aware of. And so I do have a few pieces of my kids' art. And again, I'm thinking about, well, how can I display that and have that in a way that is meaningful to me? And this is where, once again, I want to say, please mark who did it and when, because I have a few pieces that I'm like, oh, I know one of the kids did it. I don't remember which one. I don't remember when they did it, but I love it. So I'll still keep it and do something with it. But really have those reminders, because you won't remember even if you think you do. And keep those things around you. Allow yourself to be fully settled and stop waiting for that someday. That is really one of the things that I keep taking more and more, is all of these somedays that I've been waiting for. And I don't know when it's going to come. So maybe that someday is today. And if it is, then do it. And maybe you're like, okay, I get your point. That someday isn't today, but maybe it's tomorrow. Or at least make a plan for it. Like I said, when I was going through all the stuff for the storage unit and realizing I'm spending $75 a month on this, and I almost have enough room in my place that if all I did was move the boxes out and into my place, I could do that today. I don't have the necessary means to do that, and I'm going to do that with a little more of a steady plan. But do you have a storage unit that you need to empty out? Maybe it's time to start doing that. Maybe it's time to say, this is something I'm never going to use. Or maybe it's something you're like, oh, I could totally use this. One of the things I found in one of the boxes that I unpacked this week was a set of glasses. And again, when I moved out, I didn't take any dishes, glasses, anything like that. I bought a few things at Walmart and I thrifted almost the rest. Or I should also add, friends gave me things. So friends would go through their kitchens and say, oh, I don't need this anymore. You can have it. You can have this, et cetera, et cetera. And so almost all of my kitchen stuff now is stuff that was given to me by friends or stuff that I thrifted, or I did pick up a few pieces at Walmart. But it was really just kind of cobbled together from this and that. And so I unpacked this. I don't have a lot of glasses. I have just enough, but there are times when I just run a load of dishes just so I can have clean glasses because I don't fully have all of them. I'm fine on teacups and mugs, I can assure you. But like, I mean, this is all we need. But as I was unpacking, I found a box of brand new glasses. And so it's like, cool. So now I have a new set of glasses that I've gotten to put to use. So you just never know what treasures you're going to find or what things that you need that will be nice. And so now if I have a friend coming over, I don't have to do a quick load of dishes to make sure I have enough glasses for everybody. I'm like, nope, I have plenty of glasses now. Yay. So that's really fun. And just little things like that that you don't think of as you're going through life and waiting for things to happen. Maybe don't wait. Just do it. I'm really excited to start going through these boxes. I've got 3 more left of this load to go through, and then I can go back and get a new load. And who knows what surprises or what gems I'm going to find there. And that's something that I really hope you start looking at in your life is all the things that you have around you. Why are they there? Do they have a purpose? Do they make you happy? I did get rid of a few things as I was unpacking them because I'm like, why did I even keep this? I don't want this. I don't like this. I'm making a big deal of my kids' art, mostly because I don't have much of my children. But maybe you're the person who has a ton of stuff from your kids. I know that at my ex's house, I've got like several plastic bins just full of stuff the kids did in school and their art and all these things that they made. And you know, if I was there now, I think I would find a way to do something different with them because they aren't doing us any good sitting in a tub. And I'm really proud of the things they did. I love the things they did. And why not show that off? So that would be today's tea time, is finding those things that you love, that delight you, and find a way to put them to good use. Find a way to allow them to just delight you all the time and not just leave them sitting in a box. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and you have a really great week. And I will talk to you again next Sunday.